Steel City. Is everybody ready to go? It's proclaim the greatest radio show.
We're back with more Bucko baseball fans. I'm your host, Jim Sello, in studio with J Dash and JK47. Thanks for tuning in to The Spread. We're going to talk about Andrew McCutchen specifically. He struggled a little early in the season. People said the knee was real bad, saying that he might have to have surgery before season's end. I was one of those people, but he really seems like he's feeling a little better now, and he's getting it turned around. He's hitting over 300 for the last month, correct?
Oh, yeah. A lot of people were panicking over this knee problem. They were saying he missed some time in spring training, and yeah, you were saying, what was it?
I just heard a couple people say that the knee was so bad and rest wasn't going to help it, so he was just going to play it until it got to the point where he needed surgery, and if that was before season end, he would shut it down, and if not, he was going to need major knee surgery after the season.
He didn't get off to a hot start at all.
He's a historical slow starter.
Not this slow, though. In April, he hit 194. His on base percentage was still .302, though, because he was still taking the walk, but just 2 home runs, 13 RBIs, 12 runs, and no stolen bases. So you could see the knee was a problem, just not as bad as I think people were making it out to be. But as recent as May 6th, he was actually hitting 188. But on May 7th, he broke out with a 3-for-4 game, a double, an RBI, 2 runs, and a walk. And since then, he's really been on fire. He has 28 hits in his last 76 at-bats, 5 jacks, 3 stolen bases over his last 21 games, with 9 multi-hit games in that span. That's a .368 average over his last 21 games. So right now, he's completely on fire.
Beast mode.
And really, even more recently, he caught even more fire. Over his last 9 games, he's hitting .441, 15 for 34 with 3 jacks.
Yes, indeed, getting it done as of late, and the Pirates couldn't hope for it to happen at a better time, too.
Yeah, so, I mean, right now he's hitting .267, so I still believe he's going to be hitting over 300 by season's end, wouldn't you say?
Well, if he keeps up on this pace, he'll better that. And as he goes, the Pirates go, because in this recent hot streak McCutchen's been on, the Pirates are 7-2 in those games.
Please believe.
Our offense will do nothing if Kutch doesn't keep it going throughout the year.
In fact, last night was the first game they lost in 8 games. Derek Norris hit a grand slam to end it, a walk-off grand slam.
It was pretty
off
funny.
Of Rob Scahill. But over May, Kutch is hitting .320 with a .405 on base, 5 jacks, 16 RBIs, 15 runs, and 3 stolen bases. And really, when he got hot, this whole team got hot, and everyone on the team right now is crushing the ball. Pedro looks like a beast right now. Polanco's the one guy that, go check out that segment we were just talking about, Gregory Polanco. He's the one guy in this lineup you can really say isn't on fire, really.
No, yeah, Kutch is playing great. He's hitting great again. The 3 stolen bases, does that kind of still signify that the knee might be a little sore? He just figured out how to get it done at the plate even though it is still sore? I'm not saying he doesn't have good range out in the field. He just looks a step slower maybe.
Oh, he looks great defensively to me, but the stolen bases, I mean, what, there's 6 months in a season pretty much?
He's always been streaky with his stolen bases.
Well, if you get 3 stolen bases a month, you got 18 stolen bases right there. And in a season where your knee is hurting you, I mean, 18 stolen bases isn't that bad. How many stolen bases did he have last year? Do you remember? I mean, he's not a guy that's going to steal you 30 bases per season.
He should be. He's an MVP. He should be able to do everything. Easy B here. He freaking should say he go 3 for 4. If he ain't batting .750, he's garbage.
Marte and Polanco are the 2 guys that are going to steal you more than 30 bases in a season. Right now, I just want Kutch to hit you high 20s to 30 home runs and keep that high batting average driving in runs.
He's just a little guy, too, that Andrew McCutchen. He gets it done.
I was going to say, he stole 18 bases last year.
Yeah, so really, if you take this month's stolen base total and multiply over a season, you're pretty much right back at 18 stolen bases. He's not going to steal you high 20s every season.
33 in 2010.
Yeah, he was a young guy then.
He's not old. Come on, man. I'm old.
He's not old, but did you see how much bigger he got, man? He was a skinny, small guy back then.
Well, he probably started working out with Barry Bonds as trainer and then just bulked up.
And he won't incriminate you either.
Believe it.
But really, like I said, right now he's hitting .267, a .361 on base. That's still an elite on base percentage pretty much. 7 home runs, 29 RBIs, 27 runs, 21 walks. His K rate still looks great. 29 Ks and 172 bats, and like I said, the 21 walks, he's still taking the walk. So everything about Kutch looks okay right now, and I think it's all systems go with him and the Pirates.
We'll see. Hopefully the one caller to one of my favorite radio shows wasn't correct when he said that the dreads being gone was throwing off his balance. I mean, that's wicked at the plate. That 1 pound of hair.
That happened to me before. I shaved my head and I went 0 for 4.
I think all the beer you drank the night that you shaved your head might have had something to do with the 0 for 4.
That's possible.
Well, that wraps it up. Thank you guys for coming in studio. Thank you, fans, for listening. You guys can follow us on Twitter at bet_the_spread. You can follow me on Twitter at betjimthewin. You can check out the website at thespreadnews.simplesite.com. Like us on Facebook and subscribe to that YouTube channel.